You are in the right place if you are not getting the volume of clients that you know you're worthy of from your efforts on social media. If that's happening for you, it's time to put the social in your social media so that it is actually effective. All right. I am Joy Houston. I'm the CEO here of HealAtScale, and this is part of our Simple Social Schools series. Social media has special demands for those of us in the health and wellness space. And so we have a very specific conversation that serves all y'all who are operating in that space because social media has to be a little bit different for us. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into this. If you are experiencing the problem of doing a lot of things on social, having somebody post on social for you or posting on social yourself, going live, doing all the things, and you're not getting the traction that you believe you should have, I would like to invite you to a conversation that has you consider whether or not you are being social through the lens of what the algorithms want. Okay. So what many of us can do is make the mistake, and I am so guilty of this. I made the mistake of thinking of social media as just another media medium. In other words, there are some media mediums in which we can just put out content. A blog is a good example of this, you guys, right? So if you're really good at putting out long form content and you put out your blog, maybe it's even a video, and then the blog is below that. That is video where you're sharing information with people, but you may or may not be expecting a dialogue, okay? But when you move to the platforms that are really social media, I'm talking about your Instagrams, your Facebooks, even your TikToks and your YouTubes, all of that, okay? When they are actually social, what the algorithm is looking for is for you to actually be social. So just let me pop this up here really quick, okay? Like, I want you to think of the algorithm as something that is measuring data points between you and two different categories of people. Okay. And this is going to help us move right on into exactly what you have to do to solve this problem. But for now, I just want you to hold this concept in your head that what these social media algorithms are measuring is how social you are being, how much attention, what you're putting out and what that attention is getting and what you are giving back. Okay. So social has a much more interconnected kind of back and forth, lots of, I'm kind of envisioning, when they put those little tiny ping pong balls into the air machine before they pull out a winner or something like that, how many things are interacting and touching and bouncing off of each other? That's what these social media algorithms are really looking for. And if you think of it that way, it can take a lot of pressure off you to need to have millions of followers and hundreds of thousands of views or millions of views and going viral. It can kind of take the pressure off of you for that if you think of it through the lens of what am I trying to accomplish on social media? Okay. Unless you want to be a media darling and you want sponsorships for, clothes or, whatever, this Yeti or whatever, like if you want that kind of, if you're looking for sponsorships and that kind of thing, that's a different conversation. Okay. But for those of us here in the health and wellness space, what we really want is a community of people based around living a certain lifestyle and sharing information to get to specific health and wellness and longevity objectives. Yes? Okay. So we don't have to be in the viral video club. We don't have to have millions of followers. Okay. I'm going to reveal my sort of mistakes that I have made, and I'm going to show you exactly how we can solve this problem of putting the social into social media in two ways. There's just two steps that you need to take, two very easy steps that you need to take to put the social in your social media and make your social media start moving towards sales. Right? People enrolling and working with you, enrolling in your online programs and buying your self-study courses and purchasing your supplements. There's only two moves that you need to make in order to have your social media be an active platform that connects you to people and converts that interest and attention into money, into them investing in you, okay? And we get to say the word money together a lot. You love money, I love money, we love money. Money is just a form of energy that reimburses you for everything that you're doing, okay? So let's have a great mindset about money, and let's look into this together to take the 2 steps that we need to do to put the social back in our social media, okay? I'm gonna switch over here to my iPad with all my Simple Social School notes on here. Let's get us a blank page. Here we go. Okay, so what are the 2 things that you need to do to, and I'll just make sure you have this in case anybody grabs a screen capture, okay? This is the 2 moves to put the social in your social media. Okay. Now, we have a lot of conversations about the content that you should be putting out on social media, when you should be putting that content out, all the different formats, all the different how-tos and editing and that kind of stuff. We do a lot of that in Simple Social School. So we're not going into that right now. What I want to go over are the 2 things that I see missing to add profitability to social media. Okay. And they both will fall under the heading of outreach. Okay, they both fall under the heading of outreach. Okay, so you are going to put content out in the online space, and then there are 2 forms of outreach that you absolutely have to do in order to show up as someone who's not just, being a user of the platform, as in, oh, I have a message I want to get out. I'm going to use this free platform as a billboard of sorts to spew out onto humanity whatever I want them to know. Okay. It takes a lot more than that. It actually takes being social around that content. Okay. So when you are putting out content on your platforms, okay, you need to be doing outreach to anyone who engages at all. Okay. Anybody who engages at all. Okay. So that means if they even if they just watch, like they watch a story, they watch a reel. Obviously, if they comment, obviously anything, right? They take any action. And just to make sure you guys understand, like you can simply go into your own, let's say you're on Instagram, for example. You can go ahead and, go to your own homepage, click the heart, see all the people who've interacted with you. All of those people who have interacted with you are worthy of outreach. Right? If you watch something on my Instagram and I click through and I see you're in the health and wellness space, you betcha I'm going to reach out to you and say, let's say that your name is Susie today. Okay. Hey, Susie, thanks for the interaction here on Facebook. It's a lot more fun together. Send. Are you here for the content, or would you like to scale your superpowers to impact more lives and make more money? ? Send. Okay, just for watching one of my stories, liking a comment, I have different communications for becoming a follower, watching a story. I just make myself a few little chats in a document, and those can be cut and paste, or you can make short codes, right? On your phone, you can make a short code so that this type of copy can paste right into the interaction and you can move really quickly. Okay, those are other shortcuts that we cover in Simple Social School, okay? But anybody who does that, you need to reach out to them. You guys, if you don't, I want you to think of it like this, okay? Someone is seeing your content in their feed, okay? Someone sees their content in their feed, and that is like that's just like when you're at a party and you say something, profound or interesting or funny, and another person at the party goes, yeah, man, psh, and they want to high five you because they're like, I'm jiving with what you're saying. And so you've said something wonderful. That's your content going out. The high five, that's the equivalent of them liking, commenting, watching, sharing, any action that they take, okay? That's the equivalent. Their attention of your content is the equivalent of them going, high five, dude, I really love what you said, okay? And if that happened to you at a party, you said something cool and somebody goes, yeah, high five, you would high five them back. Right? You would high five them back, most likely. It would be really awkward if you didn't, right? So you say something cool, they high five you, you high five them back, okay? In the social media platform, that means you put content out there, their high five is whatever engagement that they are giving you, and your high five back to them is this. is the outreach that says, hey, thanks for watching my story. Hey, thanks for liking. Hey, thanks for commenting. Starting an actual dialogue with them in Messenger. Okay. Now, I'm going to take a break here and tell you, like, I'm on age myself. I was born in 1970. Okay. So I was not born with my iPhone in my hand. I was not born with social media being the way that I engage with people. Okay. And I imagine if you're attracted to the content that I'm making, you probably weren't either. Okay. So we can mistake social media as just a marketing platform and forget the social part. Okay. So you've got to put out that content. If they engage, that's a high five. You need to high five them back. That looks like, yes, answering their comments if they comment on you, but do more than that. Like when anybody interacts with your stuff, especially on Instagram, it's so easy, right? Because you can click the heart button and it shows you everybody who did anything, liked, commented, all that. You get to see all that good stuff, okay? And that means you can click on that person's face and you can go to their profile and you can click message, as long as it's a private account. You can click message and you can start a conversation with that person. That is a magical open portal of connectedness directly to people who are engaging with your content, and too many people step over that. Okay, so if you like money, okay, this is your access point to do each one of these things, engage with all of these people. And I am not talking about, just hearting their comment, like putting a heart next to their comment. I am actually talking about messaging them. Okay, so they commented on something, go click on their face, click message, start a little chat with them. Okay. The algorithm wants to see that you are making those connections with people who are engaging with your content. Remember, it's social media. So it is measuring your interactiveness with people around your content. Okay, so that's the first side. The other thing that you need to do, and we'll just switch these over here to a different color, is outreach to your peers. Okay? Outreach to people who are others. These are other like pros in your space. Okay? These are other thought leaders. Okay? Some of them may be much bigger than you. Some of them may be the shoulders that you stand on. Okay? Did you graduate from, School of Functional Nutrition? Well, you should be commenting on your peers there. Okay. Are there people in your space who are big in the hormone space, in the gut health space? For me, it's in the marketing space. Am I commenting on my peers' content? Yes, you bet I am. Okay. Now, obviously, I'm just going to make sure here. Obviously, all of this stuff has to come from a space of respect, of love, okay? I don't want you to go out and be stirring up shit with other people. What I want you to do is that's just bad energy. You guys wouldn't do that anyway, okay? But if you have a peer in your space that is sharing something that you know is really beneficial for that audience, the audience that you share, okay? The audience that you share. If your peers, your competitors are putting out good information that the space needs to hear, needs to be talking about, when you go on their posts and you congratulate, you thank them. Oh my God, yes, I'm always telling my community this. Thank you for being a voice, bringing attention to this. Anything that you can do to big them up when they're putting the right content in the space, it's letting the algorithm see you as a player on that stage. Okay, if you avoid interacting with your peers, with people who are popular at the same things that you do in the space, if you avoid that, you're essentially telling the algorithm, I am not a player on that stage. Okay, you got yourself so worried about competition that you're all tied up backstage in the curtains and you never really even made it on stage for the conversation that your mission is all about. Okay, and your mission is your message. That's what you should be saying out in the space. And you should be approving of anything that is in alignment with your mission, even if it was said by one of your competitors, okay? Your mission is bigger than you. Your mission is bigger than the money that you make. Your mission is the difference that you are up to making in this world. And if you shy away from interacting with your peers, you are hiding backstage instead of letting the algorithm know, I am a player on this stage. I am here to serve this mission. Whether people take action with me or they take action with my competitors, I don't care. My mission is to blah, whatever, end cancer, right? My mission is to end practitioner burnout and eradicate illness isolation by putting people in group programs. That's my mission. And I don't care if they do it with, Yuri or Maggie or Uli or Freedom Practice, anybody. I just want people to do that mission. So I will show up in the space and I will congratulate any of my peers. I'll jump into that conversation because that is a part of being on the stage of the mission that you are committed to. All right. So if you are not seeing the action that you want to see from your social media, and I mean like getting calls, landing clients, okay? If that is not happening for you, then the action that you need to take is to do this twofold outreach, okay? So there is two different types here. Let's just make sure you've got it, okay? Two different types of outreach. Okay, one is to any of the public that is engaging with you. Okay, so over here, this is any of the public engaging with you. And on this side, it's engaging with your peers so that you are letting the algorithms know, I am a player on this stage. Okay, that is how you start putting the social in your socials. Okay, that is how you make money. You guys, I just hit the $1 million mark with an offer when I started playing social this way. When I got over myself and I realized that, oh, it's not enough to put out content. I absolutely, positively have to be doing both sides of this outreach equation if I want to be recognized as a player in my space. I might not have 1 million I don't, right? I have a very small following, but that small following is plenty to make money on if you are engaging in the right way. Okay, so your mission, should you choose to accept it, okay, is to realize what's being measured on social media, to make sure that your mission is your message, and you do that by interacting with people who are consuming your content, interacting with your content, as well as other peers who are sharing content related to your mission. Okay. And then get on it. Just start doing the outreach. Do it both ways. Outreach to every single person who engages with your content. Start today. 5 outreaches. Do just 5 outreaches to try it on. Okay. And then conversely, for your peers, go to 5 peers of people bigger than you and jump in the conversation and be a part of moving that mission forward, even if right now that mission is other people working with your competitors. Okay, it doesn't make any sense. It's counterintuitive, but you need to remember that a rising tide lifts all ships, and social media is measuring how social you are being. All right. If this video has been helpful for you, please, if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, share this with other peers who need to hear this. This should be hope for you. You only need a small engaged following where you're engaging in both of these ways that we talked about in order to have a abundant, fulfilling practice that you absolutely, or online business that you absolutely love. All right. So if this was helpful, subscribe, like, do all the things. If you would like help with this, come on over to Instagram and find me. I'm at Real Joy Houston, just like the city in Texas. Let's have a chat about this. Let's see what else we can do to make sure that you are able to heal at scale. I'll see you in the next video.